So first thing first, let's load our dataset. So our dataset is being uploaded. Yeah, so this is the dataset which we are going to visualize. So clicking on load. So let's build our first visualization, which is going to be line chart. So clicking on line chart and seeing Sourav Ganguly's century, putting it in y-axis, making it count and against. So this will show us his centuries against opponents. So he scored maximum against Sri Lanka, then New Zealand, Zimbabwe 5, England 4, Pakistan 4, Kenya 3, South Africa 3, Bangladesh 2, Namibia 1. Okay, so now let's change the title. Centuries against opponents. So now let's add our second visualization, which is going to be bar chart, a clustered one. Okay, now let's visualize venue and centuries. At which venue he scored maximum centuries. So he scored maximum centuries at Nairobi, three at Ahmedabad, three at Nairobi, and three at Colombo as well, two at Dhaka, two at Mohali, and of course, okay, so on. So now let's change the title. Okay, perfect. So now let's have our third visualization, which is going to be donut chart. So now let's what should I visualize? Let's visualize centuries by result. So whenever he scored a century, what was the end result? So yeah, let's put it count. So 57.89% the team won whenever he scored a century, as you can see. Going to general, changing title. Okay. So now let's have our fourth visualization, which is again I'm gonna use a clustered bar chart, and I'm gonna have just a second. Let's align it. I'm gonna have, let's visualize time in which here he scored the maximum centuries. So he scored 1 in 2008, 3 in 2007, no century in 4, 1 in 5, 5 centuries in 2003, 3 2002, and so on. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's change the title. Okay, and okay, let's have column chart for this. Okay, no century in 2004, no century in 2006. Maximum centuries, maximum centuries in 2000. Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's change the title. Okay, title is changed already. That's good. So now let's add a shape over here. Yeah, and let's add a KPI. Let's add a card. Okay, we can have century number, I guess. 38 centuries. Okay, so let's add another KPI, which is uh, highest score. Highest score, which is 239. Okay. Okay, so now let's add a slicer. Okay, let's add opponent over here. Let's change the slicer settings to drop down, which will show us Sourav Ganguly's performance by opponent. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Let me uh, change the aesthetic part. Uh, Going to effect. Okay, okay, let's change the effect. Have visual border on, making it white. So let's first change the background, I guess. Okay, making it white. Hmm, kinda okay. Okay, now let's change the aesthetic part of this as well. Okay, let's change the card. Okay, let's have it white. Let's have it 20x. Okay, let's have it white. Going to visual, making it white. Okay, similarly over here, making it white. First change the background. Okay, now switching off visuals, switching off values, switching off title, keeping things very clean. Switching off values, switching off title. Okay. Uh, Now let's change the title to white as well, making it Arial black, keeping it bold, keeping it underlined, keeping it center. Similar over here, keeping it Arial black, keeping it white, keeping it center, keeping it under centuries. By year. Okay. And let's change the visual border, keeping it white, keeping shadow on, keeping it white. Similarly over here, keeping shadow on, keeping it white, visual border on, making it 20x, making it yellow, sorry, light blue, 60 plus, making it Arial black, making it under white. Okay. making it white. Okay. Now similarly values of tiles of title of values of uh, let's change color to white. Okay, looks okay, I guess. So you can change any, anything you want. I'm doing something like very basic over here, not going over the top. So let's have it white. Okay. Okay, going to general, going to effects, making it white, making it 60 plus, visual border on, shadow on, making it white, making it white. Okay, making it Arial black, making it white. All okay, I guess. Match result, keeping underline. Okay, done, I guess. Hmm. Now let's change over here the cards category label of. First, change the effects, making it white. Sorry, light blue. Okay, okay. How does it look? Looks okay. So change the title. Top score. Arial black, bold. Let's stretch it a bit. Put it over here. Okay. Perfect. Total entries. Okay. Similarly over here. Slicer header. No. Clicking on effects. Let's have it white. 22. No. Just like the rest. Okay. Okay. And all okay, I guess. Keeping it white. No. Let's have it dark blue. Okay. So all done, I guess, with the main visualizations. Let's add a few PNGs here and there to make it look more aesthetic. Just a second. Let's remove title. Okay. Okay. Now it's clean. Okay. Now let's add a few images. Okay. So now we are done with the visualization, I guess. So this is it. This is our final dashboard. It's a very basic dashboard. Okay. You can check the performance over here by slicer by drop down like this. Okay. So that's it. See you in the next tutorial.